Well, that's all right, nor do I, really. Julia, let's go for a walk, shall we? Miss Baines was a very special person, wasn't she?
Yes.
Look, I'm very happy to talk about this another day.
I loved her.
Right.
It was mutual.
Yes.
Although she couldn't express it, of course, because of her position.
And could you?
I'll not say it, no. But I know she knew, and she knew I knew.
And Valerie? Was Valerie special to her as well?
Sort of. Yes. But you know Valerie, she's very... well, she loves people being captivated.
Right. Where is she now?
I don't know.
And what about when she wrote?
Yes, Miss Baines wanted to see the envelope, but I'd thrown it away. Twit.
Why do you think Miss Baines sent the letter to Valerie's mother?
I don't know. She said it was, like, really important for Mrs. Craven to know. She was very annoyed with Valerie for not saying where she'd gone to or who with. And I think she thought it wasn't fair on her mum.
Good.
This is the worst day of my life.
It must be.
She was a fantastic person, so fantastic. Because you could tell her anything, she just understood. She understood everything. She was so beautiful. She'd never decorate herself for a man or anything, only for her own pleasure.
I'm sorry.
She showed me things. I went to her house and everything. She showed me books. She told me I must look. Look, look.
Look, Morse. Look, look, look.
You will forgive me if I do this.
Oh, no, carry on. You've changed your hair.
Yes, this is my own color, you know. The blonde was a phase. I'll have to see if I can be loved for myself alone and not for my yellow hair. Oh, that's Yeats, Inspector. Only God, my dear, could love you for yourself alone and not for your yellow hair.
Yes.
I don't think anyone else has noticed.
Donald Phillipson?
No. No.
Has it been your friendship? The details aren't my business, but is it a recent thing or what?
Through all the yellow hair phase.
Is there a connection?
Oh, I would think so, wouldn't you?
Does your husband?
No. No.
Where were you last Tuesday evening?
I think you already know that.
If you wouldn't mind telling me.
Donald went to a play. He telephoned me and he wanted to meet.
And did you?
We meet at Homewood. In the changing rooms. There are changing rooms beside the swimming pools. That's where we go. They're painted a sort of green color. The wood. And it peels. Inside, I mean. The floor's concrete. We've been very organized. I have a duvet in the back of my car. Donald has a cushion in his. Normally his son sits on it. You can smell orange juice, you know. Iced lollies. Always with my head in it, I'm reminded of his children.
And you were there on Tuesday evening?
Yes.
What, where was your husband while all this was going on?
My husband is on committees. He's a great man for running things. He thinks I go out to learn how the Japanese arrange their flowers. Instead, I've learned how the English arrange their marriages. Aren't these lovely?
Very.
I love my garden.
Did Valerie ever realize there was something between you?
Donald and me. I don't think it had started before she left.
So, in fact, it's been within the last few months.
I should think so, then. I don't know.
Perhaps your hairdresser will remember.
I don't know.
You realize you may have to testify on Donald Phillipson's behalf.
Is that definite, then?
No, and I hope you won't need to. That you won't have to.
Thank you. Smell. I'll show you out.
No. It's straight through, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
What?
Do you know the damage you've done? All night you were sobbing. Just lay there, awake, sobbing.
Do you realize what you said? That our daughter didn't want to come home. Well, you think about it. You just think. I only hope that you're here to apologize. And don't imagine for 1 minute I'm going to leave it here. I'm asking questions about you, Moss. Wherever I go, I ask questions.
I'd like to ask you a question, Mr. Craven. Where were you between 8 o'clock and midnight on Tuesday evening?
I'm just going to speak to the Baines' neighbour. You want to come?
No, I want to catch Sheila Phillipson.
OK. How was Mrs. Craven?
She's had her hair dyed. She backs up Phillipson. Says they were doing things to each other at the swimming pool.
Well, guess what? According to his wife, David Acomb got home very late on Tuesday night. He was at a meeting in Oxford.
George Craven was at the Masonic Lodge, 10 minutes walk from Cheryl Baines. Witnesses as long as your arm. And the Masonic arm, as we know, is very long. Maguire?
At his mum's. Checked it out.
Hard to imagine him having one. Okay, see you later. No!
No.
No.
No! No!
He's too tall, see? That's another problem. He was more the size of that other one.
Oh, yeah, that's a woman police constable. She'd be a lot shorter than any of our men constables. Now, you're quite sure in your mind now that it was a man you saw?
I told you. I'm worried about her cats. She loved those cats. Doted on them. Who's going to look after those machines?
Yes, could we try it now, please,
Well, that's right.
Bingo.
Bingo!
That's him, all right. Right coat, right size, right colour.
Well done, Martha.
Of course, I can't be definite. It was in the night time, but... Yes, that's him.
That was a police woman, Martha. And I think it was a woman you saw entering the premises on the night of the attack.
Mrs. Phillipson? Oh, I'm sorry, I startled you.
No, I was miles away. Sorry. Inspector Moore, sorry.
Thomas of I.M.L.W?
Yes, I'm doing him. He's my chap. I'm writing a little book about I.M.L.W, which is where I was brought up. It's a village in Yorkshire, and Tom's my protagonist. 13-something to 13-something. 72, probably. Have you come to see me?
Yes.
Well, would it be better if we went outside?
No, here's fine.
So?
You see, a girl has gone missing, and a woman has died. And the connection is your husband's school. But a school can't be guilty of a crime, can it? At least not directly. So I'm trying to find the relationship between these two events. And I just thought I'd speak to you.
I see.
Research, detection. Similar trades, really. The old dirt, the relatively recent dirt.
I know about my husband and Grace Craven, Inspector, if that is what you are trying to say.
Well, I wasn't, but I'm... right.
He told me yesterday evening. He'd brought me flowers, which is always an ominous sign. Presence and guilt. Someone should research that, Inspector, so... I knew anyway, but he told me yesterday.
So it didn't come as a shock to you?
No. No. Cheryl Baines was a shock, but Grace Craven. Look, when I met my husband, I was the most... Start again. When I say I was brought up in I.M.L.W, actually, I'm a descendant. It's my family. When I met Donald, I think that was the most important thing about me as far as he was concerned. He wasn't bedding me, he was bedding a couple of 100 acres. I'm not saying he didn't love me, or doesn't still love me. That's him. He has a great many qualities, but there are certain things that he finds quite sexy. George Craven is a very powerful man. I expect it was quite thrilling for Donald to get into his bed, that's all.
I'm sorry.
No. No, what's worse, to discover your husband's having an affair or that he's killed somebody. Let's go for the little stab, shall we, rather than the shove down the stairs.
Why one or the other?
Well, Donald also told me that you had him down as chief suspect. Is that right?